before we get started, I want to explain to observers that please mute your microphone because we can hear a lot of background noise. So if it's your turn to speak, then you can unmute. All right, so just mute and unmute. All right, let's start with Emily. Yeah, please.
Hi, I'm Emily, and nice to see everyone. And Fortuna is my colleague.
Ah, wonderful. Hi,
Yeah.
Emily. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, and Claire.
Hello, everyone. I'm Claire.
Hi, Claire. Thanks for joining us.
And Sarah Liang.
Oh yeah, hi. Hi everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm glad to join you today. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to have you.
Okay. Sarah, please check out my line messages for you.
Oh,
And
okay.
Fortuna.
Hello everyone, I'm Fortuna. Nice to see everybody here.
Andrea.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrea. Okay, I'm happy to see you all. Thank you.
And Vicky.
Hello, everyone. So can you hear me?
Yes.
I cannot for sure. And I'm happy to be here to learn with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Sarita. Oh, you are muted. So please unmute your microphone. You are muted. Could you unmute your mic? Okay, we'll come back to you later. And Samantha.
Oh, hi.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It is so great to meet all of you, and thank you for coming. And I'm excited to start talking with you all a bit more about conversational English topics. So for today, we will talk about the weekend and talking about weekend language, how people talk about their weekend plans, what they did or what they are doing with different people in their lives, such as friends, family, or coworkers. All right, so Luke, should I share my screen? Would that be best?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to share your screen. Yeah.
Great. All right, let's do that. All right, so is that easier to see?
Yes.
All right, great. So let's get started. So we have a few exercises today and some topics to talk about. But first, let's brainstorm our activity. So my main question, and we can all share a thought, is what do people typically do over their weekends? So let's see. Fortuna, do you have an answer for this?
So, what do people do over the weekend?
Yes.
This question? Okay. I think most of the people like to take a rest on the weekend. Maybe they watch TVs at home. Maybe they go outside to go shopping or go hiking with their family or friends.
Great. Yeah. So just like you said, there's some people like to relax and do things such as watch TV over the weekends, or some people might be a bit busier and spend time with family and friends. So yes, exactly. Great. Thank you so much for answering.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. So let's do some investigating. So here's some photos from weekends that I've had. So let's take a look and do some investigating of what someone myself as an example, might do over the weekend. So Claire, what do you see here in this first picture?
Is that like a kind of fruit made by powder and flour?
Yes, it is. So I was making a type of pasta, and so I did some cooking over this weekend. Yes, and there's some flour. That's that powder you see there. Great. Okay, thank you, Claire. And Andrea, can you take a look at this? What do you think that I did here?
I think maybe you went hiking.
Yes.
Went hiking.
Yes, great. Yes, I went hiking. I went to this location in New Hampshire called the Lost River, and it was a hike, and there were some caves, as you can see the word here, and it was in nature. It was very fun. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, let's do some more investigating. There I am. This is along with the hiking. This was in a different location, actually, but similar activity in the same area. So a bit more on that there. Okay, and let's take a look here. Emily, what do you think I did here?
I think after hiking and you just want something sweet, so you went to the bakery and to buy some delicious snacks.
Yes, yes. So I was at a bakery and there are some delicious foods here, like you said, and we bought some treats. Great. Wonderful. Yes. So it was a pretty busy weekend. Some cooking, some hiking, got a treat. I was with some family and it was great. So that is a glimpse into a weekend. One of my weekends, at least. All right. So let's take a look at what a busier weekend might be. So a busy weekend, someone has a lot to do. Maybe they have a lot of people they want to go see, or a lot of things they might have to do for their own lives. So think of a time where you've had a busy weekend. What did that feel like to you, and what did you do? So the weekend we just saw for myself, it was a bit busy. I did a lot of cooking, a lot of hiking. I saw a lot of family. So I would say it was more of a busy weekend. And I had fun, but I was also very, very tired from this weekend. So think of a time you had a busy weekend, and what did that feel like, and what did you do? Sarah, do you have a time you'd like to share?
Oh, sure. In Taiwan, due to the rampancy of COVID-19, but sometimes we still need to work at our homes. And until the weekend, there are some work that maybe we haven't done yet. So sometimes I need to work at a Saturday or Sunday. It's a little bit anxious.
Wow. So, and how does that make you feel when you have to work on the weekends or do a bit more?
Anxious. I feel a little bit anxious or depressed.
Okay, and for me that okay, busy weekend and last week maybe I think about I need to do some uh, uh, schools assignment like to deal with students grades or something that just didn't finish that about that week. So maybe for me, a busy weekend, I still need to deal with some school work. So
Okay, that was from Vicky.
Ah, okay. Great. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, so it sounds like on the weekend that sometimes that time where it was free, you may spend it, Vicky and Sarah may spend it focusing on doing things from the week that you didn't quite have time to do. So yes, that can happen often. Great. Thank you both for sharing. Okay. Does anyone else want to share a time where it was a busy weekend and how that felt and what that looked like for them? No? All right. Well, let's take a look onto a more relaxed weekend and what that might look like for some people. Okay, so as you can see by this person in this picture, he looks very relaxed. You know, he's doesn't seem very stressed or worried. He looks nice and relaxed in his hammock. Okay, so on a relaxing weekend, someone is opposite of busy, does not have much to do. They don't have a lot of stress, or maybe they feel if they might have a lot to do, they're not worried about it. They just are taking the time to do what they need to do for their mind or body to relax so that when they do those things again, they are able to. So think of a time you had a relaxing weekend. How did you feel and what did you do? So for example, often on weekends where I like to relax, I might see some friends, maybe get coffee with them, spend some time talking. I might spend some time reading or writing, which are two activities I really enjoy. So those are some examples. Sarita, do you have an example of a weekend where you felt relaxed in what you did?
I usually have a coffee and do some reading or do some cooking. And at present, I can only stay at home because of COVID-19.
Sure. And hopefully you're able to find some of those things that help you feel relaxed at home as well, such as reading. Great. Thank you for sharing. And Samantha, do you have an example?
I think she has some technical issues. So
Oh, okay. No worries. How about Fortuna? Do you have an example?
Okay. When I have a relaxing weekend, that means my daughter can go to take her dancing class, and I don't have to take care of her, so I can stay home and sit in the living room and keep watching a lot of soap operas.
Oh, very nice. Yes, TV. That's a big way a lot of people like to relax and sitting at home or on the couch. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Great.
Sorry, I was out 3 times. I don't know why. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. Okay, great. Thank you again. Anyone else want to share something they like to do to relax on the weekends or how that makes them feel?
oh, Eden.
Oh, hello. Eden, do you have an activity you like to do to relax on the weekend?
Hello everyone. During my relaxing weekend, I usually prepare a big turkey and do some baking and watch the Korean drama. Thank you.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Okay. Does anyone else want to share? All right.
Emily,
Oh,
Yeah, Emily.
great. Emily, go ahead.
Okay. Usually I will get up early in the morning and ride my motorcycle on the mountain road. And after that, I will go home, take a shower, then have my lunch. After that, I will take a long nap. then, when I wake up, I will watch a lot of movies, video, or some Korean opera. That's all.
Wow. That sounds great. Wow, that sounds like a really nice, relaxing weekend. It sounds like you really enjoy it too, which is wonderful. That's great.
And next would be Vicky.
All right, go ahead, Vicky.
Okay. So for me, a relaxing weekend, maybe I like to go hiking. For me, that visiting nature maybe can soothe my mind. And sometimes I love into jogging too. And I try to jogging. I try to jog maybe for 3 miles a day to start my day. So that's when I have a relaxing weekend, I will do. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Yes, exercise can be a great way to help us relax and to maybe help. For me, I know I like to jog and run as well. Sometimes it helps, de-stress a bit if I've, been stressed about something in particular. So yes, exercise can be a great way to help with that. Thank you. Anyone else?
No.
No? All right. I have a question for you all, and Luke will help me see. So my question is, I'm wondering who prefers to have a busy weekend and who prefers to have a relaxing weekend? Which one might you like more? I'm curious. So if you prefer to have a busy weekend with lots of activity and plans, raise your hand.
Raise your hand by pressing on the icon. Raise hand. Okay. Also, Sarita. And also, the first option is busy weekend or relaxed weekend. Okay,
Busy.
the first option is a busy weekend. So if you enjoy a busy weekend, please raise your hand. Okay. Just one.
This one, and so then raise your hand if you prefer a relaxing weekend.
Yeah, all the others.
Everyone else, yes. So,
yeah.
And it is also nice to have a mix too. Some relaxing things, some busy things, and often I think that's what we end up having. What our weekend looks like, a little bit of both. But sometimes people have very busy weekends, and other times they're very relaxing. Wonderful. All right. So with that, let's kind of look at some common phrases and vocabulary that are around talking about the weekend with other people. And let's take a look there. Okay, so will everyone repeat after me this phrase here, small talk?
Small
talk.
Let's try it one more time. Small talk.
Small talk.
Wonderful. So let's see. Claire, can you read the first point here?
Okay. Polite, casual conversation between two or more people.
Great. Thank you so much, Claire. So yes, small talk is polite and casual conversation between two or more people. Thank you. And Sarah, will you read the second point?
They do not know each other very well.
Thank you. Yes, so typically with small talk, when it's two or more people, they don't know each other very well. So it may be, for example, if you are buying groceries or buying something at a store, maybe it is the person who is buying something and the person who is the cashier, they're selling it to them. Or maybe it is someone that you just passed by. Maybe you are at a party or a get together and it's someone you don't know very well. So these are all typical examples of others you might have small talk with. Okay. Okay, and let's see. Eden, will you read the third point, please?
Small talk allows people to make new connections.
Thank you so much. So the point in talking to these people is to connect with them. And maybe it's just to have a quick interaction and conversation. Maybe you want to get to know this person more, and it allows you to open up the opportunity to get to know someone better. Great, thank you. And Samantha, can you read the example, please?
Samantha, please unmute your mic.
I don't have any example.
Oh, no, just read the example on the screen.
It's down here on the bottom of the screen.
Can you see the screen?
They made small talk for half hour.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, so often small talk is said, it's a, they made small talk, so they had a conversation, little talk. All right, great. All right, on to our next common phrase. Repeat after me, low key.
Low key.
Low key.
Key, yes, great, thank you so much. Claire, will you read the first point, please?
Low key is often used as slang.
Great, so it's saying casual conversation, with people you are very casual with. Great, thank you. And Andrea, are you here with us?
Yes.
Oh, can you
here.
read the second point, please?
Okay, it means quiet, easygoing, or not busy.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, so low key means not very busy, very easygoing, quiet. So not very stressful when something is low key. Great. And let's see, Emily, will you read the first example, please?
My weekend was low key. I did not do much.
Yeah, so when someone says my weekend was low key, that means that not much happened. Maybe often they refer to maybe they spent time watching television or reading or doing those relaxing activities that we just talked about when they're saying that it was low key. They didn't do a lot of busy things. Maybe they didn't see a lot of family or friends. So it was quiet. Thank you. And Vicky, will you read the second example, please?
Look, okay. The party was low-key, so the neighbors wouldn't complain.
Great. So here we hear it in a little bit of a different context. So low key means more quiet here. So the party was low key. I'd imagine there weren't many people at this party. It was not very loud. Maybe they had some quiet music or quiet conversation, not very busy or loud. Okay, great.
One question for you.
Yes.
Do you use low key to describe a person?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel personally, I do not. Usually, I don't feel like it is often used to describe a person. Usually, it's used to describe something else. So, or how someone is feeling. Casually, people might say, "Oh, I was low-key stressed." That's a very casual way of saying I was kind of stressed. Or I was, let me think of another example. But typically to describe someone's personality or who they are, this isn't a common way to describe someone. It's more to describe something.
Let's say, for example, Bridget keeps a low profile. So does it sound better?
Yes, that is more of a common
Okay.
way to describe. Yes.
Thank you.
But but someone wouldn't say Bridget is low key. That's not a very common way to describe. It'd more be something like my weekend was low key. My weekend was quiet. Yeah. Good question. Does anyone else have any other questions?
No.
No. All right. Well, let's
Oh,
continue.
Vicky raised her hand.
All right, Vicky, what's your question?
Okay, Vicky, please unmute your mic.
Sorry. Okay, I just learned about the phrase the other days online. And it becomes a trend that used to be just like and it's a to I give an example that the sentence was I low key love some stars like they used to that kind of situation. So can they be that right? Okay.
So that is a good example. So that has become a newer slang that people like to use. So if someone says I low key love or I am low key something, it's become a new slang word. It's a bit different than this. And in that context, it's more of a substitute for the word I kind of. So and it's kind of they're expressing something that maybe they are shy about expressing, or they're being maybe cute about it. So it's a bit different in that context. It's more of a slang. Does that make sense?
Okay, let's
Vicky?
just move on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's go to the next point. So repeat after me. Catch up.
Catch up.
Catch up. Catch
Or caught up.
Caught
up.
up.
So catch up. The caught up is the past tense of catch up. Okay. So to catch up with another person. Let's see. Samantha, will you read the first point, please?
Samantha, could you see the first point?
The days each other and their lives.
Thank you, Samantha. Yes, so to catch up with another person, so you tell them might be news in your life. Actually, we'll get to that in a second. Sarita, can you read the second point, please?
Sorry, I can't see the screen. I try to find it, but I can't see it on the cell phone.
I think yeah. So if you have a laptop or a desktop, it's better because sometimes you have problem with seeing the screen with your mobile devices. Okay. So
Okay, no worries, Sarita. Okay, let's see. Sarah, will you read it, please? Can you see the second point?
Yep, sure. Share and listen to any news about any part of their life, work, personal, family, etc.
Great, perfect. So sort of with the first point, so you update each other on what's new in your life. So exciting news, maybe something about your job you want to share, or something personal. I actually saw a friend today who I hadn't seen in a year and a half, and we caught up with each other on our lives, and we shared things about our jobs, about some exciting news with our families, and things like that. Great, perfect. And Eden, can you read this last point, please?
Usually, this is a casual and fun occasion.
Great, yes. So typically when someone goes to catch up with someone or gets caught up with someone, they are doing something fun. For example, the friend I mentioned, so she and I got coffee together at a coffee shop, and we sat and we were able to talk with each other for quite some time, and it was very enjoyable. We had a lot of laughs, and it was a good time to see each other. Not much stress, not anything negative, just a lot of fun and very light and casual energy. Great. Fortuna, can you read our example in the middle, please?
Sure. I'm going to catch up with my college roommate on Friday. I have not seen him in 10 days, in 10 years.
Great, thank you so much. Yes, so in this example, they might have a lot to talk about because it's not seeing someone for 10 years. That's quite some time. So in this example, this person has a lot to catch up on with this old roommate of theirs. Great. And this word catch up can be used in other contexts as well. So let's take a look at those. Andrea, can you read this first example, please?
I need to catch up my homework.
Great. So I need to catch up on my homework. So this can be said about students. So if a student, maybe they didn't do their homework, or maybe they have some big paper to write and they haven't written it, and they kept meaning to do it and do it and do it, and they didn't. So now they have to be where they need to be for their class. They have to catch up on it. Great, thanks. And Vicky, will you read this next example, please, down here?
I will catch up with you later.
Great, thank you. So this person is telling someone else that they will see them later. So typically in this context, two people see each other, and maybe one person has to go to work, maybe they have to go do something else, and they'll say, oh, I'll catch up with you later. That means I will see you later, or I will find you later, to continue their time together. Okay. Okay, does anyone have any questions about catch up or being caught up? No?
No.
All right, let's continue. Okay, the next is unwind. Let's try that all together. Unwind.
Unwind.
Great, thank you all so much. And Emily, will you read the first point, please?
The act of relaxing.
Great, thank you. And Claire, will you read this next one?
To distress.
Great, perfect. So to relax, to de-stress. So when someone says, I want to unwind, or I'm going to unwind from the week, then they mean maybe their week was a bit stressful, maybe there was a lot of work to do, or maybe something was causing them a lot of emotion, and they want to take some time to get rid of that stress, to let that stress leave themselves and to unwind. So that means to kind of let themselves relax a bit. Just like this picture here, as you can see. So this might be someone on a stressful day or a stressful week, whatever time it might be, and they might be feeling all sorts of stress or sadness or emotion. And then to unwind, they kind of sort themselves out. So, oh, okay, I feel better. You know, maybe they've, you know, watched their TV or went for a ride in their car or motorcycle, or maybe they were able to read a book. So that is to unwind. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right. Sarah, will you read the example right here, please?
On Saturday, I like to unwind by reading a book.
Perfect. Great. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go on to our next word. Chill out. Let's try that together. Chill out.
Chill
Chill out.
Great. Thank you. And Vicky, will you read our first point here?
Okay. To relax, especially after experiencing something stressful or emotional.
Great, perfect. So this is similar to unwind. So though I feel oftentimes when someone says to chill out, they are usually talking to someone else. All right, so they might be suggesting, come chill out, very casually, come relax. Okay. Samantha, will you read the example, please?
Come and chill out. It's been a stressful week.
Great. Yes, so come and chill out. It's been a stressful week. So this is, we can imagine someone telling someone else, someone they care about, to come and chill out, come and relax. And it's often used when they're telling someone to do it and making it encouraging or suggesting them to come and relax. While unwind, the person is more planning or wanting to do that. When someone needs to chill out or is telling someone to chill out, the person who they're talking to might still be stressed and not aware that they need to relax. So it's a bit more of a suggestive way to say, let's relax, chill out, relax. All right, great. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, repeat after me. Run errands.
Run errands.
Wonderful, thank you. Eden, can you read this first point, please?
To go on a series of tasks.
Great, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Can I ask
No.
a question? Is that chill out similar as calm down?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Chill out is equals calm down?
Yes, yes, they're very similar. Yes, chill out can also be another way to say calm down. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Great question. Fortuna, can you read the second point, please?
To complete many chores in a given period of time.
Great, perfect. So this is a common thing that people do on weekends. We're all familiar with running errands. So when someone has to do several things, usually go out and do them to different stores or shops. These are all the errands they have to run. Okay. And Andrea, will you read the example, please?
I have to run errands on Sunday. I need to go to the grocery store, post office, and buy my sister a birthday gift.
Great. So raise your hand if you're familiar with this situation in our example. You have a few things you have to do on a specific day or in a certain time. Raise your hand if you're familiar with this situation.
Okay, Andrea. And Fortuna, Emily, And okay, that's all.
Great. Yeah, so you're familiar with these things you have to do, maybe all these things, and they all line up and you need to do them on this one day. So often someone may look like this or maybe not quite like this. And you can see he has his list. He's checking off. He has his dry cleaning. He has his food. This might be a familiar scene as well as our example here. Doing a lot of things in a short time to run errands. All right, great. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Yes, I want to ask. So errands mean mission. A lot of mission they need to do.
Yes, so yes, a lot of different tasks or maybe missions as well is a good way to put it. So usually it's things like things you need to have or get done for everyday life. So for example, the grocery store or mailing a letter at the post office or buying things that you need at home or for others. So yes, so in a way it's a mission. It wouldn't commonly be referred to as a mission, more as a task, but also mission works too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good question. Anyone else?
No?
No? Okay, great. All right, let's continue. Okay, so here are some common questions when talking about the weekend. All right, so let's say all these together so you can repeat after me. All right, here we go. What are you up to this weekend?
What are you
What
up
are
to
you
this
up to
weekend?
this weekend?
Great. Any plans for the weekend?
Any
And
Any
plans for the
plans for the
weekend?
weekend?
Great. So those are both when someone is going into the weekend, so before the weekends happened, yes? All right, let's take a look at our next one. Did you have a nice weekend?
Did you have a
Did you
nice
have a
weekend?
nice weekend?
And how was your weekend?
How was
How
your
was
weekend?
your weekend?
Great. And these last two are more after the weekend happened. Someone might be asking those questions. Those are very common questions to ask others. I commonly ask my coworkers these. Great. Okay, so let's do some practicing. Let's see. I'll ask someone to read the letter A and someone else to read the letter B, and we can practice this script. Okay? Okay, Emily, can you read person A? And Samantha, can you read person B, please? And you can start when you're ready.
Okay, how was your weekend?
Samantha?
Oh, how was your weekend?
B.
Oh, B. My
Yes.
weekend was okay. How was yours?
It was good. What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Chilled out a bit. It was low key. How are you? How about you?
I ran errands and caught up with an old friend.
Sounds like a busy weekend.
Great. Nice job. Thank you. And let's see. Vicky, can you read for person A? And Fortuna, will you read person B, please?
Okay.
Okay. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. How was yours?
It was good. What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Chilled out a bit. It was low-key. How about you?
I ran errands and caught up with an old friend.
Sounds like a busy weekend.
Great. Thank you so much. And Claire, will you read for person A and Andrea for person B, please?
Okay. How was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. How was yours?
It was good. What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Chill out a bit. It was low key. How about you?
I ran errands and caught up with an old friend.
Sounds like a busy weekend.
Great. Thank you so much. And Emily and Sarah. Emily, will you read person A and Sarah person B, please?
Person A. Okay. How was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. How was yours?
It was good. What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Chilled out a bit. It was low key. How about you?
I ran errands and caught up with an old friend.
Sounds like a busy weekend.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much. And let's see. Fortuna, will you read person A and Eden person B?
Okay. How was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. How was yours?
It was good. What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Chill out a bit. It was low key. How about you?
I ran errands and caught up with an old friend.
Sounds like a busy weekend.
Great. Great job, everyone. Did everyone get to have a turn?
I think so.
I think so. And I know, Sarita, you can't quite see the screen. So that's okay. All right, great. So as we can see, there are a lot of phrases and questions that go along with talking about the weekend. And they are commonly used, again, amongst friends or coworkers. And I see that we're closing in on our class, and that's okay. So we will continue talking about these things next time. And to close with, we can sort of think about this a little bit. So conversation with can change depending on tone with and the relationship you have with that person. So a conversation with someone who is a stranger, for example, someone who is helping you at the grocery store, might sound very different than a conversation with a coworker of yours. And those conversations sound different than a conversation with a friend, and they also sound different than conversation with family. So as we sort of think about these conversations, you can have a very similar conversation, such as how was your weekend, or what did you do this weekend, with all these groups of people, but they might feel different depending on who you are talking to or the tone of the conversation. All right. So something to think about more before next class is how do these tones change and how does these topics change depending on who you talk to? Okay, and we'll talk about that more next week.
Okay, could
Does
you
anyone...
give me a minute? Could you
Yes.
stop sharing? I have something to announce to them.
Great, perfect.
Thank you. So if you want today's presentation, you can scroll up in the chat box. You will see a link to the presentation, or you can type our class code to join our Google Classroom. Bridget will post the link there.
Yes.
And Eden, Vicky, and Sarita, please do something about your audio because when you speak, we have some trouble hearing your audio very clearly. So maybe you can get a headset like this. It's not very expensive, just maybe $600 will do. So hope you can do some testing before our next class. If you want to do some testing with me, just text me, okay?
Okay.
All right, any questions? No, then please unmute your microphone and let's say thank you, Bridget.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bridget.
Richard.
We will
Thank
see
you
you next
all.
week. Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Yes. Have a great
you.
week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.